nights and virtual jams for our beloved fans. Cause no, you're not alone, but we're glad you're staying home. And if you go out, keep your distance. Keep distance. Ooh, I don't want your COVID goodies. I don't want your COVID. No, 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 no. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. Cause if we can protect him, can protect her, can protect him, can protect you, then that's what we wanna do.
Woo!
All right.
Stop, y'all. Welcome back.
All
to the
right.
Twisted Pine Love Stream.
We are on air. What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Yo.
Super pumped to be here. Hopefully everyone can hear us okay. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. How about it? Good to see everybody. Good to see everyone's face. What's up? We got Dan Bowie up there in the top left corner. What's up, Dan? How you doing?
Woo!
Hey, guys. I'm super stoked to be here. Glad you guys are tuning in.
Kathleen, Kitty Parks, bottom left. What's up, KP?
Meow. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being patient.
And we've got Ann Fung, top left. Ann Funky Fung with the baby sloth.
Yo,
It's good,
baby
Ann.
sloth.
Sweet guy.
Anywho, thank you guys. Hopefully everyone's reading us loud and clear. We've got our sick Signature Sounds team working behind the scenes to make this thing go. Shout out to those guys. If you haven't already donated, we would encourage you to make some sort of donation for whatever amount you can. We've been working hard to put this thing together and been trying to stay afloat as musicians and artists ourselves. So whatever you guys can do is greatly appreciated. But that being said, if you guys are feeling the squeeze, we totally get that. Enjoy with us regardless of what you can pay. So welcome aboard. We've got a sick show for you. First up, hopefully, is our cover of the Father John Misty song, Well, You Can Do It Without Me. Features my roommate Ariel Bernstein on the drums, whom you might know with some awesome bands, Cold Chocolate, shout out Cold Chocolate, and the Ballroom Thieves.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Ballroom Thieves. So without further ado, here you go. Do It Without Me.
If you see a flaming sword in your dreams at night and you're inspired to sign me up to the front line, we'll give you the order just on the boat.
the podcast. Now, we're going to be having some incredible, mind-blowing interviews with some really fantastic talent that's on the music scene today. So, stick around. It's going to be a good one. Right now, you're listening to the great Danny Barnes, who just released an album in March featuring Dave Matthews, John Paul Jones, and a whole bunch of other great musicians. And today's episode is brought to you by Brew Doctor. Get the brew, drink the cha, everything's gonna be alright, the world's gonna keep spinning. Alright, now let's get to today's guest. We're gonna have the great band from Boston, Twisted Pine. Now you guys play like a lot of different kinds of styles of music. Now, what genre do you say this band is?
You know, Dom, I think you could call it a lot of different things. Progressive acoustic, bluegrass with a twist, fruit grass, neo-folk, indie soul, avant jazz flute, jam grassicana. To be honest, it really just depends on who's hiring.
Oh, that's organic. I love that so much. Do you guys have any plans for the summer? What is this band doing?
No plans.
Well, I mean, I know one thing you're doing, and that's going to BIFMA. Well, I mean, it's the only festival that's going to remain open for the summer. I mean, everybody else is closing because I think they need to be, like, protective and that the virus can get in and spread all over the fest. That's not going to happen at BIFMA. We'll have hand sanitizer. We're going to pass out a lot of hand sanitizer to people, and, you know, I think that'll be a good thing for people. I mean... The least we can do is have hand sanitizer. It'll be great. We'll all just, you know, smoke a J. Things will be cool.
What a
All right. What a good time that was. I don't really know who that guy was, but I know that my bandmates did an interview while I was, you know, at the Fennel Cake place.
Oh, yeah,
At
KP.
Blind
you
Ferret
need,
Music and
you
Earth
need Tom.
Fest. Yeah. I think I met him at Folk Alliance, though. He cornered me at one
yeah, he
point,
was
and
there.
we got
He was
into a
hanging
real
around.
heavy conversation about the Blind Ferret Music and Earth Fest, and he gave me a bunch of like sticker tattoos.
He's like
So,
he's like
I
the
have
kind of
those.
dude who like if you start talking to him, you know, you gotta have like half an hour ready to have an epic conversation.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, he went into a whole like Hootie and the Blowfish thing about one time him getting backstage, and I really had no idea what he was talking about. So anyway,
He's a great dude,
but I'm glad you
know,
guys had a
great
nice
festival
chat with
boss.
him. Oh yeah, you know, people that support live music like that, God bless them.
God bless
Gotta
him.
love him.
Shout out to Hootie and the Blowfish,
Oh.
right? Remember that time we
Yeah.
almost met them?
Hootie!
We almost
Yeah,
met
we almost
them.
met them. And then
we
we
were
left.
like an hour
That was
away from meeting Hootie.
We were. Where was that? Where were we? What state?
That was like Hootie's hometown, Columbia, South Carolina, I think. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, we
Isn't
played
that
that
right,
rock
Dan?
venue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we
happened
were
to be
there for
playing
a
the
while.
same night. We were playing the same night as like night 3 of like a 4-night Hootie run that like the
Yeah.
whole
And
city was
everyone
at.
was like, we're so sorry, no one's here because everyone's at the Hootie show.
Yeah, that was a tough draw that night. But we
man,
were
that
cool
one
enough to
guy-
get invited to the after party.
Yeah. The one guy that was doing those really good David Byrne impressions, he was the man. Talking
Shout out to that
heads
guy.
fan right there. He was awesome. I was
Yeah.
so impressed. I was like, wow. You've got the footwork and everything. Well, anyway, we'll hear more from Dominic later. But yeah, once again, shout out to Ariel Bernstein on the drums for that. Thank you for playing with us, Guy. This next song is a little tribute to the Cardigans, and we did our little spin on a classic 90s favorite. But you know, we put our twist on it, so you'll have to just pay attention to the lyrics. They're quarantine related or whatever.
Quarantine-ified.
Quarantine-ified. Here's Love Fool,
Here you
aka Big Fool. Trump, I fear we've got a pandemic, COVID spreading, illness and panic, and it seems there's nothing that we can do to stop your spew. Mama tells me to wash my hands as much as I can. Guess our country will be shut down until needs are approved. So I cry and I pray and I beg. Funding, give states more funding. Testing, give states more testing. Funding, just give them the funding. Testing, give them the testing. So I cry and I beg the feds for funding, give states the funding. Testing, give states more testing. COVID-19's brought the worst of you. Baker flies the Patriots plane while Pritzker grows his hair like a hippie. Fauci says to double up testing. Cuomo loves New York. Reasons now only an illusion. Spend my nights and days in confusion. When Trump says inject bleach solution, I just want to run. So I cry and I pray and I beg. Funding, give states more funding. Testing, give states more testing. Funding, just give them the funding. Testing, give them the testing. So I cry and I beg the feds for funding, give states the funding. Testing, give states more testing. COVID-19's brought the worst of you. Brought the worst of you. Funding, just give them the funding. COVID-19's brought the worst of you. Put on your apron, preheat the oven. It's time for cooking with Bob.
And Dan. Hello, and welcome to Quarantine Cooking with the Buoys. I'm Dan Bowie. We've got Sophie Wellington here, and super special guest all the way from Brooklyn, New York. We've got my brother, Bach Bowie. How's it going, Bach?
Guys, how are y'all holding up?
We're doing good. We're really excited to talk to you about making food and making something that, maybe our viewers there would be interested in making in their quarantine.
But yeah, I haven't left my. Been doing a lot of stress baking, and today I thought we'd make some cookies. And these are great cookies to make because you don't need any equipment. You just need a bowl and a spoon and we're gonna mix it all up and make some oatmeal raisin cookies. Yeah.
Oatmeal raisin cookies. Now, why oatmeal?
I feel this is like the homiest of the cookie family. Like it's like a little chunky, some might say chonky. It's like not like a fancy cookie. And like whatever you have in your cupboard, if you have nuts, if you have dried fruit, if you have oats, whatever, coconut, just like throw it in these cookies. It's like super easy. Chocolate chips are great, whatever you want. All right, so let's get started. You do need a scale. Scales are great. I got some melted butter. I'm gonna add some sugar. This is 200 grams of sugar. Use equal amounts of light brown sugar and white sugar. I'm gonna add some salt. This is 7 grams of salt. I'm gonna add some cinnamon. Just 3 grams of cinnamon. Then some baking soda. 3 grams of that. We need an egg. Oh, and add some vanilla to this. Same amount of flour and everything else, which is about 200 grams. Some kind of all-purpose. So then we're just gonna mix this all up. This is like your cookie base. And then at this point, whatever cookies you want to make, whatever you have, so you got some nuts, throw in some nuts. You want chocolate chip cookies, put in chocolate chips. In this case, we're going to make oatmeal raisins, so we got some oats and we got some raisins. So that's mixed. The same quantity of oats. So another 200 grams of stuff. So another 200 grams of raisin-y things. I got some black raisins, cranberries. I got some dried currants here, which are nice. These are like really small. We got some golden raisins also. So it's like 200 of everything, right? 200 grams of oats, 200 grams of dried fruit, 200 grams of each kind of sugar, 200 grams of flour. So we're just gonna mix this up and then we'll be ready to go.
So for those of you who don't know Bach, Bach is an amazing cook. He is probably the best cook that I like personally know. Like anybody that I personally know.
Yeah, he's the best.
It's not even close. Bach is by far the best.
All right, so then we got, this is all mixed up. I don't take any time. I like to use a scooper. This is like a number 20 disher. This makes a pretty chonky cookie.
So what are you gonna do with these cookies that you make here?
You're gonna sit at home and eat all of these. Like we made donuts the other day and I sat and ate 8 donuts, like in a sitting. So these are big, so I like to just put like 6 on a sheet. All right, so we scooped out the cookies. We have 15 cookies. This recipe is supposed to make 30, but these are bigger, so we got 15. So we're gonna bake these now. They need about like 12 to 15 minutes. Cookie time! Oh man, these got chunky.
Whoa!
So because they are big, you want to let these cool on the pan for like another like 5 minutes or something, and then we'll take them off. So here.
Oh, look at that texture.
Pretty hefty, nice bottom,
Ooh.
on the edge. But like with like the right amount of like goo.
Yeah, goo.
All right, Bach, you're gonna have to take a bite for our viewers out there and tell us how it tastes.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, everybody. Well, thank you very much, Bach Bowie, for coming in all the way from Brooklyn and making some cookies for us, some oatmeal raisin cookies. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we will see ya next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was fun cooking with Bob.
And Dan.
Welcome. Thank you for being here at Buffma the podcast. I've been sitting around, I've been doing a lot of thinking about this band, been listening to your music, being like, wow, there's some really cool stuff here. But I got a question for the ladies. So Kathleen and Anne, are you two sisters?
No, we're actually not sisters.
You are. Aaron! Whoa! Well, you guys have like such a nice energy on stage that just matches each other so well. I just thought it's kind of like a yin and yang, you know?
No, I get it. The energy, yin yang thing. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Well, it would be really hard to tell you guys apart.
No, she's like a sister.
Energy is everything. It's basically what helps a family stay together. But I guess a lot of families can't stay together, as we've seen the divorce rate go up over the years. Well, anyway, let's move on. So if Kathleen and Anne aren't related, then what about Dan and Anne? Are you two related?
Same question. No, actually, Dan and I are not related.
You're not.
Maybe it's confusing. I live in Canada. I'm Canadian. Dan's from Texas.
One is from Canada. One is from Texas. Look at that, man.
But yeah, we're both Vietnamese. Maybe.
Man, the Lone Star State and the Canadian tuxedo together. I like to ask these questions just because we want FFMA to be, PC appropriate, and so good to know, good to know, good to know.
Yeah. Not related. Crazy.
All right.
Good to know.
Crazy.
Good to know.
That was another segment of our interview at the Blind Ferret Music and Earth Fest with Dominic. So hope you guys are enjoying that. And I'd like to give a big shout out to our special guest, kind of heading up the cooking segment there. That was Bach Bowie, kind of phoning in. We had a Zoom meeting on Zoom the other day where he made cookies, and it was awesome. So big shout out to Bach for making some cookies. I hope you guys can take that recipe and run with it. If you want to sign up for our email list, we will be sending out that exact recipe to you guys. Bach's special chunky oatmeal raisin cookies. So sign up on our website.
Chunky.
Okay, so I'm also going to mention, chunky. If you go onto our website while you're there, you might as well swing on by to our online store. We're, besides the normal brigade of CDs and T-shirts, we got vinyl, we got some stickers, but we got a special item that we just put on today, which is a special quarantine postcard. So I think it's like with the donation of $10, you will receive 4 postcards, one from each of us. And we are in 4 very different locations. Anne's up in Toronto, I'm in Brighton, Chris is in Medford, and Kathleen's in Salem. And you will receive a personalized written. So go to our store and check that out. It's going to be super exciting. We're super fun to. It's gonna be super fun to like catch up with folks. So we hope to hear from you folks then.
Plus, when you put the 4 together,
okay,
it'll
and
create
I
a
also-
poster.
Yeah, it makes a poster.
Yes. Yeah. We haven't quite figured that part out yet, but it will be sweet.
Oh, we'll get there. It's gonna be awesome.
Also like to it's gonna be sweet. I should also mention that I believe there's a little ticker going down that if you want to donate to the band. Big shout out to the Parlor Room Home Sessions for having us on this. This is a whole lot of fun. We're having a great time here, and donate. The proceeds will come to us, and we would very, very much appreciate it. So I guess that's what we have to say about that. Okay, so up next we have a very special segment. Anne, do you want to tell us about this segment?
Oh, yes. I just had to come home and isolate in my house for 14 days, actually in my room. So my roommates were, tending to my needs and bringing me food. So I was just making up a little guide on how you can survive that. But before that, just a little feature by me, but I'm covering Sir Elton John. So we can get that rolling. And after that, a little, actually, maybe most of you have seen this already, but actually, you know what? Let's just let it roll and you'll see. Let's do that.
Hey guys, it's Anne here in isolation day 42, and I'm gonna tell you what I've been doing to keep sane. For these big babies, every single day, bottoms up. Sneaking up on my roommates. Ah! Emptying out the compost. I've never done this before. It's my first time. Checking the pantry 65 times a day. Chocolate. Yum. Exercise. Okay. As I was saying, exercise. Yeah. Exercise, baby. I'm gonna be ripped at the end of this. Take a nap. Practice the flute. TikTok, baby. It's hot right now.
You've got such a soft attitude. You've got skin that can tease me. I'm up, just at the thought of you. Gravita's on my mind, oh please, bow by and ripen soon. But here comes somebody who got you, doesn't care to groove.
Hey kid, shake it loose together. The spotlight's hitting something that's been known to change the weather. We'll kill the fatty calf tonight, so stick around. You're gonna hear electric music, solid walls of sound. Say, Kenny and Ronnie, have you seen them yet? Oh, but they're so spaced out. Put Benny in the jet. Oh, the weird and the wonderful. Oh, Benny, she's a really keen. She's got electric boots and a Marcel. You know I read it in a magazine. Oh, put Benny in the jets. Hey kids, plug into the faceless. Maybe they were blinded, but Benny makes them ageless. We shall survive, let us take ourselves along. Where we fight our parents out in the streets to find who's right and who's wrong.
Now for Anne, where did you come up with the idea to do folk flute? Like, that is something I want to know about.
Folk flute. I didn't actually make that up.
Wow.
You know, there's a lot of folk traditions around the world, and there's plenty of flute in all sorts of traditions.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you're referring to just maybe my style.
Yeah, man.
I listen to a lot of fiddle music, maybe, so I try to emulate that stuff. If that answers your question about the folk flute.
You are Starlit, girl. Yeah, love that. Love that. So organic, man. Yeah, that's so sick. Well, you rock on that thing. You know, I've got this tape right here of Jethro Tull, the best of. Can you play any of that stuff?
Oh, Jethro Tull? Yeah, I actually do play that stuff.
You can?
I actually have a cover band. We cover a lot of Jethro Tull, so I'm very familiar.
Whoa! Guys, you're gonna have to go to BIFMA this year because Anne Fung is gonna get funky on the flute playing y'all some Jethro Tull, man.
Oh, I don't know if we're gonna be playing.
Yeah!
Oh, okay. Yep.
Alright, question for the bass man. How the heck do you get around with that thing?
Yeah, it's really big.
I mean, you slap like a mother. But Anne, Kathleen, and Dan, they all can carry around their instruments right on their backs. But what about you, bro?
It's really big. Pain in the ass to lug around. You know, you have to have a car to drive it around everywhere.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
You know, I never really thought about it. I thought you guys did it the old-fashioned way, just like hitchhiked everywhere. I guess people aren't really doing that anymore anyway, so, okay. Alright, yeah, man. So, I hear there are rumors of a potential album in the works. Is that true? Say it's true.
Yep. Yeah, we've got a new record coming down the pipeline. We're super excited about it.
Oh yeah, BIFMA, we got all the secrets are coming out of the woodwork.
Stay tuned for some big announcements. It's looking like it's gonna be coming out this summer, so keep your eyes peeled for that one.
Oh man, I can't wait to put that in my ear holes. I really can't. I really can't wait to do that. It's gonna be like the filling of a donut. You know? Just fill her up with sweetness.
No.
Well, so you guys got a new single coming out May 8th. It's called Amadeus. I'm pretty stoked. It's kind of wild. I saw a little bit of a clip of the video earlier. Amadeus, May 8th. Everybody check it out.
plague. That's great news. I don't have the plague.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amadeus Party.
That was a good time.
That was
a
so
good
fun.
one.
We just released that single yesterday, so I don't know if you guys have checked it out on Folk Alley. You can also buy the track on Bandcamp. And just want to give a shout out to Dan Cardinal, who engineered everything, and Sean Trishka, who filmed everything. So, and
Yeah.
to the lady who sold us the costumes, rented us the costumes.
I love how
I
I love how during that session we just showed up to the studio and we were like, to Dan Cardinal, we're like, hey, by the way, we're just gonna like get into these outfits and film the video that way. And he's just like, okay, all right, that's what you guys are gonna do. Let's do it.
pretty normal.
Yeah.
Felt pretty normal.
Yeah, even Sean,
Yeah, he was
even
like,
Sean
"Oh, you're
who
gonna
knew
do
that
that
he was
now."
going to be filming a video. Yeah. Even the guy who knew that he was filming a video didn't know that the costumes were going to be like involved. He had no idea. We're just like, yeah, so we're going to
Yeah,
change
it's
these
just a
costumes
studio
now and you're going to film us. Okay.
Those guys,
That
man,
was
they're
so
down
much
for
fun.
anything.
And
I
for
also
anyone
gotta
who
shout
wants
out
to know,
Oh.
oh, sorry. Oh, I was gonna
No,
say
no, no.
it's a tribute
Go.
to Amadeus the film from 1984. Wolfie.
Oh yeah.
Which
I haven't seen
honestly,
that film.
if you guys haven't seen it, you really have to go watch it immediately. It's honestly that's in my
now.
top 5, I would say.
It's just really long, right?
same.
Like 3 hours.
Yeah, it's
It
kind of. I
was
think
a
it's 2.5.
2 DVDs.
Sounds like it's worth it. I'm sold.
Yeah, you gotta go see it.
Yes. So Amadeus Party. Go check that out on your own time. Buy the track if you want. Also shout out, I said Elton John, but also he wrote it with Bernie Taupin. I don't know who that is, but they co-wrote Benny and the Jets, which I find interesting. I wish I
Bernie
knew
was like
more.
the-
I,
he
His
was the
musical
lyric-
partner.
I think
Oh,
he's
yeah.
the lyrics guy,
Yeah, the
right? Is that
lyricist.
right?
the lyrics in that song are just perfect.
They're wild.
They're wild, yeah.
And I just gotta say,
I actually,
I love this
Oh,
version.
yeah, yeah.
We gotta add this to the rap. Definitely gotta add this to the rap.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
yeah.
I'm into it.
I did that song at a karaoke bar one time. I had been singing completely different lyrics my entire life. Just like I was looking at the screen and the whole time I was like, this is how it goes? Magazine? What?
That's
And I just kept saying like what and magazine and like these are we sure these are the words? Because I have a completely different thing in my head.
I want to hear the KP
But that's because I
version.
can't understand. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
we-
yeah. I'll
Cover
just sing it for you guys.
with your lyrics.
But
It'll
it's
be good.
mostly because I'm just doing the Elton John accent, so that's why they're all different words. Because I just have no idea what Elton John is saying half the time.
That's fair.
I love
Um,
him. I was supposed to see him April 15th, and then it got
Oh
canceled.
yeah.
But I'm hoping that'll be rescheduled.
yeah, he's a hoot, huh?
What a guy.
Cute who?
Yeah, maybe he'll see that video.
We should send it to him.
He's
Yeah.
probably definitely sitting at home
We
watching all the
should.
covers of Benny and the Jets.
Does anyone out there know Elton? If
Yeah.
so, please be in touch.
Let us know. Drop your comments.
If you know
now.
Elton, slam it in the comments. Hit us up in the comments.
Slam
We got some
And
smash
questions
that
in the
like
comments
button.
that need to be addressed. Thomas
Oh, yeah.
Thomas says, "What's the sloth's name?"
Oh, it's funny. This sloth, my friend asked me to babysit the sloth and never told me the name. And he never came back for the sloth. So if you guys want to name the sloth, I've been calling him, I think it's a him. I've just been calling him my sloth, but he could use a name.
Oh. What about Benny?
Benny. We could go for
That's a
Benny.
good
don't
one.
have to
I feel like he kind of looks like a Samson. He could be a Samson.
Well, plop it into the comments. And while we're talking about that, we'll take questions and comments. You guys can ask questions. We'll answer them during these segments. So if you have a burning question.
Assuming
We're here.
Dominic
Mhm.
didn't already answer the question, he covers a lot of ground. That guy.
Dominic really covered all the
does.
topics that people want to know about.
All the
if-
hard-hitting
if-
questions.
I mean, if I'm related to Chris or not.
Yeah, we get that one quite often.
I'm surprised that didn't come up.
Yeah, it was weird. One was the most common one, really. All right. So we're gonna move on here. We got a special guest on this next song, Mike Harmon on the drums. If you guys don't know Mike Harmon, he plays in
Shout out
Grain
Mike Harmon.
Thief, but he does not play the drums in Grain Thief. But you'll see. Roll it.
You've got the softest attitude. You've got skin like can tease me. I'm up just at the thought of you. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Cravings on my mind. Oh, please, bye-bye. Right then soon. But someone you ignorant, you doesn't care to. And you got me chomping at the bit, trying to win this race to you.
so much, Twisted Pine. It's really been a pleasure having you guys here, and we can't wait to see you this summer.
Thanks, Dominic.
Tell your friends, go on our website, Blind Ferret Music and Earthfest.com.
We'll see you at the Blind Ferret Music and Earth Festival.
Have a good one. Stay safe out there, everybody. Wash your hands. Wash your stinking hands. Do what you need to do to stay safe. And this coronavirus, it'll be over in about a month. Woo! We'll leave you with some Danny Barnes.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2. When you're down in trouble and you need a helping hand, and nothing, no, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, I'll be there. You got a friend.
If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind comes a knocking at your door, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon I'll be knocking at your door.
You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, I'll be there. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them, darling, so don't you let them. You just call out my name,
And you know wherever I am, I'll come running, see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, I'll be there. You've got a friend, yeah, you've got a friend. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Whoa.
Woo!
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff, y'all.
Nice
Proper
job,
jam out
Chris.
at the end there.
I
Thanks,
know.
guys.
We look at
Chris
Comet
Tortora,
bin there?
everybody.
It's a good jam out right there.
What's next?
Well, that about wraps up our program. We did get a few questions during that segment, so we should
Oh,
there's one about our
it does.
songwriting or about our process or something.
Oh, let me
yeah.
see. Oh
Hey.
yeah, it says a lot of your music is really heavy on riffs and solos from all the instruments involved. What's the writing process for that look like?
Hmm.
Well,
Great question.
excellent question. One that Dominic didn't answer. Well, I guess a lot of it either starts with either I'll be writing some lyrics or I'll have like a riff that I'll go off on for a chorus or I'll have part of a song and I'll kind of bring it to the band and we'll groove on it for a while and then we kind of just start to split up different lines. So like Anna and I will share lines together and Dan and I will share the different types of grooves together and we split it up and it usually takes a little while for us to figure all of that stuff out just because we're all acoustic instruments and we're trying to fill a lot of space that I don't know, electric instruments would normally fill. And then after that we'll usually take it to the stage and just hammer it out for a couple months on the road until it feels really good and then we'll go and record. And that's usually how we handle a lot of the songs that we write and the songs we do covers on. Except for some of the ones we did for this show because we've never played them before. We just added on to them whatever any one of us would send over.
That ended up being a cool selection.
Thanks for
of
your
tunes,
question.
This one.
Yeah, it usually started with bass, actually. And then Dan would come in with chords, and then me and Ann would just fill on top of that and be like, okay, who wants to take a solo? Where? On what part? Okay, I'll lay that down. Okay, I'll send it to you later. Okay, cool.
Laying down the
feel
bass
like a lot-
parts were so weird.
Yeah, because you had nothing to play too.
I would just like have like the metronome and like try to keep the form and be like, I wonder what KP would do in this spot right here. Or like maybe this will be like a fill section or something. And then like getting the final product back, it was like, whoa, sick.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of these songs took
That's
many
true.
turns
That's true.
that we did not see coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Do we have another question, or was that it?
We should I want to thank, I think that was the main one. We got a bunch of comments for sloth names, like Hootie
Yeah,
was a
good one.
suggestion. Wolfgang
Hootie,
was another
there you go.
suggestion.
Slaw, the sloth, slowy slouth.
Rico.
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 Oh,
His name was Rico. He wore a diamond.
Rico.
Maybe we'll start a
From
poll tomorrow.
Copacabana by
Settle this
Barry
once and for all.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody.
I want
for
to thank a
being
bunch
here.
of people for helping us put this whole thing together. Oh.
Take it away, Dan. You got it, man.
First of all, the team at Signature Sound and the Parlor Room and the Parlor Room sessions. Thanks to all of those guys, especially Jared, Libby, Georgia, Teensma, Philip, work to help get this whole thing together, whether it was video editing or kind of stream tech or all of that kind of stuff. They really did a great job, and we really appreciate what they did. Everybody at Signature Sounds in the Parlor Room for kind of having the idea for this thing and kind of really doing their best to kind of like promote it and like create a way for us to, you know, in these quarantine times to, you know, get our music out there to you guys, our audience. And we really appreciate that. And we really also appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much. This has been really a fun, we've been looking forward to this for a while, ever since we got the idea to do this. It's super fun. So we hope you guys liked it.
Yeah, and thank
Tune
you
in
for
for the
your
next one.
contributions.
If
and
you want
tips.
to, if you would like to donate,
Oh, sorry. I think there was a lag.
We made it this
Sorry.
far with no technical issues.
Yep.
You can continue talking, Dan. You had like a whole thing ready. Sorry.
Yeah, you were on a roll, dude.
I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Yeah. Well, if you would like to tip us, the Venmo and the PayPal is up on the screen. That would be great. It goes towards us in the Parlor Room. Both of us who really can't make money any other way right now. So we really appreciate that. And
check out our online store
that's
And
all
if
I
you,
got.
postcards.
Yeah, we'll make you some special postcards, not Coast Guards, postcards, and we'll be
coasters.
sending those out to you guys. And also, if any of you are interested in lessons, we all teach, so feel free to contact us on twistedpineband.com. You'll get all the information there and reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll be doing this again. I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Twisted Pine, come and get twisted with Twisted Pine. Twisted Pine, come and get twisted with Twisted Pine. It's a love stream session with Twisted Pine, and you're right on time. Say woo! Twisted Pine, come and get twisted with Twisted Pine. Twisted Pine, come and get twisted with Twisted Pine.